Hello everyone, welcome to Woodturning at Home with me. My name's Paul. I don't know what, I was thinking of what to do, and I have a couple of things want to do. There's a challenge from Richard Finlay, I nearly got right, Finlay. About turning a wee snowman with a skew, or whatever way you want to do it. So we're going to have a go at that, and yeah, I don't know. I think I'll just rough it down to the round. Normal is normal with the ordinary roughing gouge. Bring you over to the lathe. I have a piece of ice here, and it's just measured here. It's about 35mm square, and the length doesn't really matter because you can make it any size you want. So this is just 8.5 inches long. Okay. So I want to round it down to the cylinder, and then we'll mark it out for the pieces. I think that's down the round now. We'll just stop the lathe and have a look and see where there's a wee flat there. So, and there's a wee bit just there. Okay, I think that's it down to the round, guys. I'll just stop it again, have an RV look. It won't matter too much if it's not, because we're going to do an RV bit of, well, that's a wee bit too much to take away, so just fix that. Okay, that's down to the round now, so we can dispense of this, and I'm going to use my beating and parting tool as my skew. You can call this a skew too, because it's two beveled ends, and it'll work fine. So first of all, we have a bit of waste here to work out there. We'll get the parting tool and we'll just mark that. Okay, so we'll mark that. Then you have the hat, which will be about there, and the brim of the hat there, and this head somewhere there. Now these measurements are not crucial. Just make it to whatever you think yourself. And then the body will be the rest of this. Well, we're not going to use all this, so it'll be too long. Okay, so we're going to use our beating and parting tool. So we'll take the hat down a wee bit. Put a wee bit of a curve in the hat. Okay, and then then we have the brim of the hat. So we'll just remove some timber here. Now you don't want the head too much smaller than the hat size, or look funny. So we'll just start to shape his head, and again a wee bit up here. Okay. I'll take his belly down too. Now that's far too big, so I need to reduce this. Okay, that's more or less where I want that. So we've still got a bit of timber to take away from this. I'm gonna do it with the roughing gouge. Okay. I'm sort of happy with the size we have here. Well, maybe put a wee bit more shape into the hat here. I'll just grab a spindle gouge. Just round the edges over on the brim of the hat. Just take that a wee bit away. There's a wee bit under the hat that needs just fixed. Now, that looks good. And then that looks nice. I'm happy with that. Wee bit on the head here to take down. The rest of that will sand. Okay. Wee bit more of the bottom half of the icicle. We're going to cut it off about there. So it needs a bit of sanding before we do anything else. So we'll get some sandpaper and if you don't hang on to your sandpaper, it will fly away on you. And my headset's near flying away. I need to have an elastic band for the top of it, but I can't find it. We'll just have to do without. Hope it stays on. So. Doesn't need an awful lot of sanding because it's not a big thing, so just showing it to make sure you take all the lines out. We'll stop that and have a wee look and see if it needs any more cool work. That looks fine. Nice piece of ice. So we're going to be colouring our hut. So these are acrylic markers. They're paint pens, and you got two ends on them. You got a dot end for bigger stuff, and then you got a brush type end. So we're going to colour the hut in. And just before I do that, I'm just going to beat a wee groove in here and put a wee band. Just use the bigger end now to give it a bit of colour or more blackness. That's better. I think I'll do the band red. Back with the pinch brush in, try and get that right into the corner. Just underneath the brim needs a wee bit black as well. It's hard to get it right in there because the angle it is. Okay, so that's that done. Just have that and have a look. So you can see the ice is very open grain timber, so there will be bits of it. It has mist because of the open grain. So just go around and fill them in by hand. better. We're going to finish the top of the hat off when we cut it off. So just want to refine that wee bit where it came onto the top of the head. We'll use a skew for that, or our beating and parting tool as a skew. That's all it needs, just to clean that wee bit up. And we'll just get our sandpaper again. Touch that wee bit up with 180. That's that. So what you have to do his eyes and his nose and his mouth. So the green in the wood's good for doing that. Turn it around till you see the full circle. We'll put a wee eye here. That's the wrong end. I want the bigger end. Okay, and then his nose, and then his mouth. There. Not a lot to it. It's just still a wee bit of that to tidy up, and maybe try and get another wee bit of it. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. So we'll sand that wee bit. It's hard getting in there when it's just undercut on the rim of the hat. So that should be enough. Right, we need to clean this end up to get the hat, the top of it done. So I'm just creating a bit of a dome on the top of the hat. We'll just sand that wee bit while it's there. Take advantage of the lathe running and just sand that wee bit, and then we'll cut the rest off with a parting tool. Just have a wee look up before we do that. Yeah, that's alright. Might even do it with a thin parting tool. Okay, so it's nearly down to where we want to cut it off. Just want to take a wee bit off the bottom of that. just sand that again. Then we just want to mark the bottom roughly where we're going to cut it, and we'll just use the point of the parting tool. And again, a wee taste of sand in there. Now we're ready to cut that off the head. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use the, I'm just going to saw it off. Okay, so that's that bit done. Just set them down there for a minute. Chuck key. Just going to put the sanding disc in this to finish off the head. Okay, you can see it's just a wee bit of roughness there, so it doesn't need a whole lot. And then that wee bit on the bottom I just break off and just sand that too. And that's all that needs. So just to blacken the top of the head, we'll just give it our wee sand by hand. And a wee bit round the bottom. And just to finish off a hat, get the marker again. Just touching on the side where we cut that. And a couple of wee buttons. There you are. One wee snowman, icicle snowman for the tree. Not enough for a lot of turning in it, but it's a nice thing to hang on the tree, especially if you give the kids on paint it and they let them paint it up. So there you are. It's nothing too fancy about that. So I hope you enjoyed that, and that was just a wee half hour's turning. It's quite cold out here today. I come out to finish off a piece for a competition piece tomorrow, and I may as well, I thought to myself, may as well have one hour we play and seeing the heating's going. So there you are, guys. A wee icicle snowman for the tree, and you put a wee eyelet in the top of it, and you can hang it on the tree. And if you have kids, it's a good wee thing to let them decorate it. You know, you don't have to leave this way. You could colour it in and do something similar to the hat. Okay, so I'm going to say cheerio, guys, and be good out there. It's getting cold, and take it easy in your workshops. I'll say cheerio. Bye.